Hello Internet, I'm me, and this is Yuden Sentai Kyuryoger, episode, hold on, I had it on my phone. Where's my phone? Data Raptor! Thanks, buddy. Got it. We are on episode 9. Hello Internet, I'm me, and I did this before. My shirt changed too. We're reviewing Zuden Sentai Kyuryoger episode 9, right? Alright. Well, while we're doing that, and while I have you here, I've probably played some things, and I wanted to actually say that we are actually changing the format of this review. Again, we're still going to have the clips and stuff, but to avoid all the Toei interference, we're going to actually do something new called The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. Yes, the good, the bad, and the weird. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to break up this review instead of doing, well, non-sequential reviewing, where I just pretty much run through the plot and hit whatever the hell I think is good or bad as I run through it, wasting a lot of time and actually not being very efficient. And just breaking up this review into 3 segments of what's good, what's bad, and what is weird, cheesy, or silly. So, let's get started with the good. Alright, I'm going to warn you guys now. This part of the segment is going to be the longest. Kyuryoger episode 9 is actually one of the best 6th Ranger stories I have ever heard of. Then again, I'm the one growing up with Power Rangers and a bit of Super Sentai, so I'm not 100% on all the 6th Rangers, so I can't 100% say, this is the best one ever! But it does do what most Super Sentais or Power Rangers kind of don't do. They have a 6th Ranger, and usually it's, especially in Power Rangers, it's always the 6th Ranger's the bad guy, and then the bad guy turns good because he was misunderstood, or blah, 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 blah. But this, oh my god, Kyuryoger episode 9 does one of the best 6th Ranger stories ever. One, it does, I gotta spoil it, I'm sorry. Kyuryoger episode 9, you figure out that Dogold, the rage dude, is actually just a suit of armor housing in the 6th Ranger from a set who came from the Warring States era, which I think was that Edo period Japan. It was a time of samurai and shoguns and war, pretty much. And back then, the Lord Chaos and Dogold were actually fighting and killing all these samurai to piss this one dude off, who was the 6th Ranger. And it was amazing. You actually see a lot of dead bodies, like with arrows in them and shit. So dead bodies everywhere. And he gets pissed off that his companions are dead. Torin's about to get executed in front of him. And so he gets really ticked off, transforms, and starts fighting back, taking Dogold into a dark portal where Lord Chaos was going, escape Dogold, retreat. And they go inside, but neither of them are seen again until later when Dogold comes out. So it was presumed that Torin's really pissed off in this entire episode, which, again, good thing, because he thinks the 6th Ranger was dead, which he wasn't. Because turns out when Dogold was being attacked by Kyuryoger, I just realized that gold and gold. Anywho, when he was being attacked, he actually is a hollow shell, using the rage of the Sixth Ranger to encompass him and keep him enraged and use him as an evil vessel. And oh my god, that's amazing. Like, and they crack his mask throughout the entirety of this episode in fights, and when it finally piece of it falls off, he doesn't know he's human inside. He doesn't remember who he was. And that is brilliant. It turned out Lord Chaos wanted to trap one of the Kyuryoger so that he can later on use one of the Volt Swords against them. And again, good plan. Um, and and he enacts that plan, honestly. Uh, Man, it was the best Sixth Ranger story I've ever heard. Instead of him just being some bad guy who just some bad guy who just, yeah, oh well, he was misunderstood, or oh well, no, it was, you see, mind control and a green candle and the wax, and you know, he wasn't really evil. It was something else. This one actually feels genuine. This is a genuine, and it's no small part, without no small part to the actors as much as the writing on this one, because Jesus Christ, the guy sells that he has been trapped inside of an armor of rage for so long that he had forgotten who he was. He didn't know that he was a good guy. He didn't know. He just thought he was the gold. He literally thought he was the gold. And when he remembers at the end of the episode that he was a good person, that he fought for the good side, he is distraught, and I'm gonna save that for another section. But needless to say, I loved the storyline of this episode. Also, the other great things about this episode were actually the Kyoryuger themselves, along with Torin. Torin is actually really pissed off in this episode because, well, Kyoryu Gold was his biggest failure, supposedly, in his eyes. He let somebody die, and he failed them. When he's supposed to be the protector of the Kyuryoger, or at least be the suppliers of their powers, he didn't step up to the plate and doesn't forgive Lord Chaos, Dogold, or even himself for what had happened. Actually leading to him being in a few of the battles. Actually kicking some serious ass, too, with an awesome straight sword. Ah, dude. But there was a mystery of, like, when he was about to deliver the finishing blow to Dogold, for some reason, he stumbled. We don't know what that is about yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out soon. Another great thing, Kyuryoger themselves. Oh, God. Daigo is giving orders like a real leader. He has kind of evolved from this whole happy-go-lucky to actually barking out orders that actually really help out the situation. When Dogold starts using the Volt Sword to attack people, he's actually barking out orders to the other Rangers to do certain things. People get trapped, he sends green and pink to go drill them out. When the Volt Sword is wreaking havoc with purple lightning attacks, he sends blue and black to send out their Volt Swords to keep it busy, while he and Torin go out and take care of Dogold and his henchmen. And it's actually a really good strategy plan, using a shield and a gun to go take care of something else, to protect the city, and using a drill and a sword to break through something else to make sure that people are safe. And we actually get to see a lot more character development through that. We see that, well, Kyoryu Blue still actually makes terrible jokes. And not because, well, it is his character, but he's making the jokes more to kind of keep up morale. He does it in the placements of where something, like, people are starting to get down. He realized, and this is what I like, it carried from one of the previous episodes where they were in a maze and, Kyoryu Blue did this, like, figured out that his old man jokes are what kind of keep people sane. So he's starting to use this in certain situations as an actual character point, and I like that. It actually carries on from the episodes previous, and I love that continuity. Yay! Not too much character development on Kyoryu Pink or Kyoryu Green because they kind of leave the episode for a while. But Kyoryu Black is actually showing a lot more. He's the least developed of the Kyuryoger who are there. Mostly because he's just kind of like himself. He's just kind of there. But that's not a bad thing. He's pretty cool. I do like the fact that the Red Ranger is showing that he does know his team well and knows now how to manage and retract from each teammate's situation, even leading him to a questionable but pretty awesome conclusion when one of the henchmen actually says that he has the Green and Pink Ranger captured and he's going to execute them. So, honestly, that's all the good points. And most of the episode. So now, let's get to the bad. Alright, time for the bad. I wish the Green and Pink Ranger would have been in it more and had a bit more character development. Same with the Black Ranger, and the fight scenes weren't all that spectacular. As in, some of the stunt work was off, but it was passable, so I don't really care. Yeah, that's all I got. Next, the weird. Okay, the first weird thing we're gonna get out of the way is the Kyoryu Red's decision to shoot the crystal ball out of the hand of the henchman because supposedly Kyoryu Pink and Green are inside of it. You may not think it's weird, but then you see this. King.
早く銃何セルヌル銃を捨てろと言おうとしたんだ撃つやつがあるかこのバカ
Yeah. You might be like, that wasn't too weird, but if you don't think a gun twirling about 20 miles per hour was weird, don't worry. Remember back when I was saying that the 6th Ranger was stuck inside the gold as an armor form and he got pissed that he had been tricked into doing evil for, well, centuries or years, decades? Well, though the actor had a lot of passion and showed a lot of rage in this, the desired effect came off a bit silly because he was swinging his sword at a mask. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I'm a dick, but come on, it's a floating mask. Of course it looks weird. Anywho, anyway, the last weird little thing that I have to show is probably the best thing ever, because I totally want the Lieutenant of Smiles to try to take over the world, because her next plan is a bit silly, but I think we'd all enjoy it anyway.
これいいね
Now, with all that out of the way, you're probably wondering, what did you think of the episode? And I say, it was a pretty great episode. I liked it. It's a pretty good setup for what is yet to come. And I really can't wait to see how this plays out. Again, this is probably the one more unique Sixth Ranger stories, to where the Sixth Ranger is evil, yes, but it's actually a really good plan from the bad guy, even though, now that I think about it, yeah, no, it all makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna ask, oh, why didn't he use the Volt Sword before? Well, because the T-Rex was guarding the Volt Sword of the Sixth Ranger the entire time. Yep. So, he couldn't access it at the time until, the time was right. Pretty simple. Honestly, this episode is a good 8.5 out of 10. No, okay, it's a 9 out of 10. I really can't find too much fault with this episode, though a few leaps in logic from Kyuryoger, but he explains it well enough that you can go, sure. And honestly, for the silly moments, they made me laugh. For the character moments, they made me feel. And for this tragedy that is the Gold, or at least the Sixth Ranger inside the Gold, it's really unique, and I really like unique ideas or spins on old stories. So, this is actually a huge treat for me, and I would recommend anybody to go watch it. So, until next time, and hopefully on time, peace.
デブス軍の総力戦に恐竜じゃも黙っちゃいないぜ。そして蘇る恐竜ゴールド。次回ザンダーゴールド復活。しびれる。
この番組は楽しい時を作る企業バンダイとご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。